What is up, guys, gals, and you awesome means and gamers different shapes and sizes. It is me, Josh again, Proxy, bringing you some Rainbow Six Siege Outbreak today on the PC, and it's pretty freaking awesome for the most part, but this is actually a topic I want to talk about today, which is Outbreak mode in general, the overall thing of it, and what is the point. Now, first of all, really fun. You get free levels, you fight zombies and other special infections. It's basically Left 4 Dead. I talked about this in my previous video, all fun, all roses, but something that kind of ended up making me curious about it was that this is a special event. It's going on for a month, supposedly. It might actually be extended after all the technical issues that they had, and so, I mean, come on, it's the first time they've ever done something like this for Rainbow Six, but it's funny in a sense because we've seen Ubisoft like do a complete 180 when it came to the performance of all their games. Like, they all kind of came out as these like rough around the edges types of titles. I don't know, they were kind of like good by concept. We saw all these really cool trailers, like if you remember like Watch Dogs and The Division and even Rainbow Six in general, there were these really cool concepts, and then what they came out to be was kind of not what we were expecting and stuff. And then eventually over time they've ended up developing these better, and as you can see here, we've actually got this really cool add-on event to Rainbow Six Siege, and we've had this in a number of other games, like say Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter does regular events and stuff like that where you fight stuff. I mean, it doesn't add extra content, I believe, yet, but it still does events, and even The Division does events and stuff. Like, they've made it so then all these games actually have, even say like Assassin's Creed Origins has events now, which is just ridiculous, redonkulous. But it's this thing where they all have a point, they all have a reason, they all give loot, they all give like some kind of prize to the players, and there are some prizes when it comes to the Outbreak mode, but it kind of makes me feel like I played this a lot in like the first few days. Like, I was really loving it, really addicted to it, and then slowly ended up kind of like just playing it casually, and then kind of slowly and surely kind of going, but why am I playing it? Like, I'm playing these levels over and over again, but why exactly am I doing this? And usually when you're doing it, it's because you're grinding out for loot, for gear. And in Outbreak, you do actually have Outbreak packs. Now, obviously, in Rainbow Six, what they've been doing is introducing outfit packs, stuff like that. So these things aren't kind of like game changers or anything like that, but if you want your characters to look pretty, and it's something I've always found kind of fascinating, that you'd want to buy an outfit for a character that you can't see. Like, first-person shooters are all this kind of thing where you wear a costume that you can't see it. Like, I get it for, like, say, maybe, like, Overwatch, where you can see the gun change and stuff, but obviously you get, like, gun skins in this game, but maybe they need to do, like, gun models instead, because, like, all these character costumes makes no freaking sense. But anyway, so when it comes to the Outbreak event, you can now purchase Outbreak packs, which is, okay, fine, but you can't, from what I know, achieve these. You can't actually grab them. You can't actually play the game casually and get them that way, which is kind of unusual. Like, you can get the standard packs, but you can't get the Outbreak ones. And so I was kind of like wondering, and I was wanting to know your opinion, really. What do you see as the point in this event? Because generally, like, say, I've been playing a lot of The Division. I play The Division quite a bit. I've been loving it so much. As you know, originally we reviewed that game, and I thought it was pretty cool, but then they've ended up improving it so much, and I don't even know why they're making a sequel to that game, but still, it's this thing where they make events, and they do this thing where you get, like, a point system, you can get loads of special loot based on the point system in those events, which are currently running and stuff, and so it's this thing where it's like, why are they not doing that into Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six with their first Outbreak event? Like, you have this going on for a month, yet you can't unlock anything but keychains. And the keychains are this kind of thing where you have these 50 exclusive, super rare outfits that you can get for all of your characters, yet the only way to get them is to buy them? You have no RNG whatsoever. You just want people to have this special moment to buy outfits. And again, you can't even see these things. Like, it's like just yellow outfits for like your character other people are gonna look at. Like, you can't even see this character's hands. Like, you can see the gun, but you can't see the arms. It's like, it's so weird. Like, what is the point in this sense? And again, you cannot fault Outbreak as a mode. Like, it's really fun. Oh my god, the pandemic mode is really addictive. This is what we're actually playing at the moment, where you can actually do team damage. It's so hectic. There's even more enemies and stuff on screen. But it's still that thing where it's kind of like, even though there are only 3 maps to it, you kind of want to be working towards something. And again, you can get little keychains. There's one for, like, say, grinding out kills, or like completing normal, like a map on normal or pandemic and stuff. But that's kind of like the first week. Like, what about the rest of the month? Like, what's gonna be? Are they actually gonna give out Outbreak packs during these kind of like weekly challenges, or are they not? Because at the moment it kind of feels like this is basically it. They're kind of like letting us play these modes over and over again, but you've got no incentive, you've got got no kind of thing to actually try and work towards those Outbreak packs. Like, say if you're playing Rainbow Six Siege just in general, you obviously can now grind out the standard packs, the outfit packs, those little body bags that allow you to actually gain those kind of things. And it just kind of makes me curious. It kind of makes me a little bit worried, because I feel like they just haven't really planned that little part of it properly. Like, is this the developers themselves choosing to do that, or is it kind of like, is it just Ubisoft that have said, you know what, I know you're going to give out these packs and stuff, like, and you get 4 at the start from the beginning of the event, which it makes it sound like I'm being really ungrateful. Like, you get 4 for free, like, and I ended up getting like 1 on my, 4 should I say, on my PS4 version, and then I got 4 on the PC version. Completely different stuff as well, like some legendary stuff, and that was all really cool and things, but, you know, it is just yellow outfits, and it's just this kind of thing where, why can't people continuously play this game to grind them out? Like, you're doing this for a month. You need to give people a reason to do that, and the only thing you're giving them is the little keychains. Like, and you're advertising the Outbreak packs so much, making them out that they're premium exclusives that you'll never be able to get again after the 1 month event. So it just kind of makes me baffled a little bit, and I just wonder if anybody else kind of like agrees with that or disagrees. Like, you let me know in the comment section below. I would love to know your opinion. And I love this as well. We're fighting against this tank thing, and we're trying our best. I nearly shot that guy in the back of the head there. You got to be really careful on Pandemic, because again, it's this kind of thing where you can shoot your teammates. It's really, really hard. And so, really fun though. Like, if you can get like a group of people together, like, obviously you can only play with 3 people, but if you get some friends together and you can communicate, oh my god, I can imagine how fun this could be. I've been playing it completely silently, or I'll play with Alexa sometimes, but still really good, really fun, highly recommend it. And it is that thing though where I can see it getting very boring over time. I mean, come on, you're playing the same map over and over and over again. And so, like, and even like the maps later on get smaller and smaller, like when you do the Patient Zero map, oh my god, that is so small. I expected it to be way bigger the one we go through like the little town and stuff, which is supposed to be the ending. And it's this thing where even the story of this doesn't even have a conclusion. Like, I was so hoping they would have like a way bigger conclusion than what it was, where you find this little Sputnik kind of like satellite, which has brought all the aliens, like a life thing. I don't know if you've seen the film Life with Jake Gyllenhaal. Kind of reminded me a little bit like that without the actual alien thing. It was just a satellite that somehow infected people. But I was really curious to see even more stories to that. Like, you actually have cutscenes and there's CGI cutscenes, and they actually do a little bit of character development, which I loved. But it's like they just presented them as like these things. Like, you don't actually play these levels and see those cutscenes play out. They just kind of like shoved them on there on the main menu and said, okay, you can watch them if you want. Like, it feels like they kind of rushed the event placement in a sense, and I don't really know why. And again, it's that kind of thing as well where they didn't really like, it feels like they kind of rushed the way of progressing through this and actually having some kind of like carrot on the end of the stick. Like, you can offer an event, but you need to add that kind of reward thing, that reason to make people play your game over other things. It's a time investment. It just, as you put money down to play this game, you're obviously giving them your time as well. And so what is the reward for that time? You can't say content, because in a sense, what else should you be doing? You're playing another game that's going to be rewarding you, and so it's this thing where we need to feel rewarded. And I'd love to know what you think to this. Do you think that you feel rewarded by playing this just casually, like, without gaining anything from it? Will you just play this over and over again? Would love to know. Like, some people do love repetitive actions. Like, I personally love to do repetitive things when I can just switch my brain off like that. And it's that thing, though, where I need, like, a really big environment to do that. Like, say if I'm playing The Division, all you're doing there is RPG, bullet sponge, kind of like just shooting enemies over and over again, but you're in this massive city where the environment is constantly changing when you go into different locations. And so, like, with this, you only have those 3 maps. They're really small, really short, and they're always in these kind of like focused areas. Like, something that was really good about Left 4 Dead is that even though you didn't really kind of like get rewards and you just kind of played the whole things over and over and over again, the environments were so big, and because of the AI director and stuff, like we've seen this as well in like, say, Warhammer Vermintide 2, like because of those AI directors, they make those things, those moments really special for these really long environments, so it kind of like mixes up when you're actually going to get attacked and stuff. But in, say, the Outbreak event in this, in Rainbow Six Siege, you can only literally do these key moments, and it's the same thing over and over and over again, and it'll just constantly throw swarms at you during the traversals between those areas. And so it just really made me curious, because I ended up kind of like sitting there playing this and I've ended up stopping myself playing it for a little bit as well, because I was just like sat there going, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this? Like, I can play Pandemic, but what's the point? Why am I playing Pandemic over normal? Like, what is my reward for that? There is literally no reward over playing Pandemic over normal. There is no kind of like RNG, kind of like spinner thing like you do get at the end of each match in the standard Rainbow Six kind of thing. And so, it just kind of made me wonder, like, have they forgotten to put that in? Was that supposed to be in there? Did they just not want to do that? Did they not want to reward you for actually playing this? Because that's what an event is. Why, if it's not an event, really, and it's just kind of like a one-time exclusive thing that's never going to come back, why even make it an event? Why not just make it a mode so people can just play it for as long as they want? You know, like it's free player co-op, and people have been wanting this for ages, and it's just, I don't know. I'd just love to know your opinion. Comment section below, let me know. Do you think that these Outbreak packs should be progressively unlocked by just playing the game and putting your time into it, investing your days, your afternoons into playing this mode, or do you feel like you should get to, you know, have to pay for it and that be the only way? Like, it seems like it might be something that's split down the middle, I'm not too sure, but you let me know your opinion. I would really love to know, especially if we could get a bunch of people commenting on this as well. It'd be really, really cool. But either way, it's been me, Josh, showing you some Rainbow Six Siege Outbreak on the PC, playing as Ying, I think her name is, Ying, but still really awesome character. Unlocked her specifically for this as well. I was so excited to play as her. She has this like massive drum barrel kind of like rifle. It's so freaking awesome. But anyway, I'll see you all next time. Ciao for now.